Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. You guys really enjoyed my last get ready with me video, so I figured we would do it again, but this time in a actual proper setup and not my Twitch streaming setup, because I did get one comment that literally stopped me from sleeping last night, and it was just someone saying so low quality that they couldn't even watch it, and I'm like, not really, but like the lighting definitely was an issue. I struggle with lighting a little bit in this apartment because the time of day, like it comes in at a weird angle and then I lose the light. Anyway, I'm gonna try my best. I hadn't filmed a skincare makeup tutorial video in so many months. Like I think the last time I filmed one prior to that last video was like half a year ago. So this time I took it a little bit of a step up and got a more of a setup created that I would prefer if I was filming makeup tutorials and get ready with me. But anyway, I figured we'd sit down today, we would hang out, we would get ready together. This is one of the perfect videos to watch if you're working, if you're taking a lunch break, if you want to wind down for the end of the day. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, and let's just chat and hang out. Today I am wearing some Ana Luisa jewelry. It's pretty much the only jewelry I wear now because it's the best. Not sponsored at all, it's just I literally always wear it, except for rings. I don't have any rings for them, but I'm hoping maybe soon I'll get some. We'll find out. This outfit, not too sure if it is going to be what I'm going to wear when I go out, but I am going to go on a walk with my friend Liz in a few hours, and I don't know how to dress. Like, does anyone else find the autumn transition season just really difficult to dress for? Because I do. I haven't even washed my face yet today, but I always love washing my face with toner pads or like cleansing pads for the face. Never cleansing wipes, always toner pads. This one that I'm recently obsessed with is the BiiBiiBeauty Heartleaf Spot Pad Calming Touch. It is a hydrating and calming pad for the face that has a dual side texture, one really exfoliating and one not so much. The reason why I love these is because my skin is hella dry and dehydrated, but it's also a little on the combination side. So I regularly need daily exfoliation in a mild physical format to help control my clogged pore issues, but also get those dead skin cells off and not overly dry out or dehydrate my skin. And pretty much any form of cleansing that utilizes water in a rinsing format will overly dry out my skin. It's that dry. It's that dry. So using these kind of pads is the only way that I can manage my skin completely. They're also really nice if you have sensitive skin as well. They don't have any acids in them or exfoliants, so I can use it right on my eye and over my eye to get off all those sleepy eye cruds from the night. Not too sure if you guys can tell, but quite a bit discolored with all my dead skin built up from the night and since I last did this yesterday. Okay, now that that's done, if I feel like I'm a little swollen in the face, I always go in with my facial roller and just kind of quickly go over and tighten and tone and de-swell my face. I love doing this. I've been doing this for like 2 years, I swear. Actually, probably way more like 3 to 4 years I've been doing like daily facial rolling techniques to help de-swell, tone and tighten my skin. Do this for a little bit. Don't mind my redness. I have super sensitive skin that gets red to the touch. And once that is done, the products that I use every single day for my skincare, especially when it comes to serums and creams, always change depending on what condition my skin is that day. For today, my skin is more on the sensitive, dehydrated, and troubled side. I've been getting a lot of stress breakouts and hormonal acne around this area of my face, specifically on this side. And I'm not too sure at this point if it's fungal acne, if it's hormonal, if it's stress related, or if I have a damaged skin barrier just in that spot. So I'm just going to try to focus these days on using a little bit of antifungal ingredients and calming and soothing skincare products to try to help recover my skin, but at the same time potentially treat fungal acne if that is what it is. It's really frustrating, but anyway, I'm going to be using the Nacific Fresh Cica Plus Clear Serum. It's a super hydrating, calming and soothing and skin cooling, repairing product that is great if you have acne prone, dehydrated skin. It doesn't have any acids or any exfoliants in there. It really is just a super recovery serum with that Cica complex in there. So it has ingredients like Centella asiatica, calm and restore the skin while giving it essential hydration that it needs. It's one of those skincare serums that's also great if you suffer from redness in the skin as well. It really just helps target anything associated with like irritation, acne, and damaged skin. Because my skin is so compromised, I'm going to be sticking with the Cica range. I'm going to be using the Fresh Cica Plus Clear Cream. It says cream, but it's honestly more of this like lovely gel type consistency. So it's really, once again, a nice hydrating layer. If you have more of a combination skin type, this would be a perfect day cream choice. It is super lightweight, but it still helps the treatment of acne, and it helps with all those calming, repairing ingredients and hydrating ingredients without being heavy and comedogenic on the skin. Really a great option for those with combination, dehydrated, compromised, acne-prone skin. Or you can just use it as a hydrating layer if you're someone with dry, dehydrated, sensitive skin. That's like how I really enjoy using it. You can even use it as a sleeping mask. I've caught myself doing that quite a few times in my evening routine because I do want to get all the benefits that it provides my skin with. It feels so good. It has like this like cooling sensation on the skin that's just so lovely. Next, I'm going to be finishing off my day routine. My day routine really is more simple than like my evening routine, of course, and I don't necessarily find myself ever really using a day cream unless it's like dead winter, like I'm talking January, February, where the air is so dry that I need all the cream on my face. But not in the summertime, not in the fall, not so much in the spring. That's where I become a little more of that combination oilier skin type. So for my day cream, I always use an SPF, but I mix it with my foundation. And today's foundation, I'm going to be using an oldie. I really need to just throw out all my old makeup, you guys. This is like shameful. But I'm going to be using an oldie, but a goodie. Something with a little more coverage because I have been experiencing this trouble on my skin. I need a little more coverage to hide it. So I'm going to be mixing it with my Double Lasting Foundation from Etude House in the shade... I can't read it, it's all in Korean, but I'm pretty sure it's like beige something. It's an oldie. It's one of the best foundations from Etude House. I can't believe I used to use this all the time. Like, I'm going to be mixing it with the Pacific Fresh of Origin Sunblock Calendula SPF 50 PA+++. This is again another Pacific product. I really do love their skincare. It really is catered for people with more of that dehydrated skin type. So it's really suitable for pretty much anybody. And they really focus on bringing in calming and soothing and skin repairing ingredients from nature. So I've really been enjoying this SPF all summer. I'm almost finished it. I'm just gonna get my 1/4 teaspoon worth, shake, 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 and then add about, I'm gonna say 1/2 pump of this foundation because I don't want too much. I really don't like wearing foundation anymore, you guys. Does anybody else feel that way? Like, I hate wearing foundation, like with a passion. I just feel like, I don't know if it's like the times are changing or my taste is changing, but I just feel like foundation looks so bad. Like, it just looks like you're wearing a mask. And I really love the look of natural skin texture. Ooh, I just got that on my earring. I can't see what I'm doing. Sure to get that over my eyes as well. I generally avoid like the lash line area, so I always leave a little bit of space with my SPF around that just in case the SPF irritates my eyes. But again, like, I do want to make sure I am getting and treating my eyes to protect from the aging sun. Let me know if you guys like this filming setup a bit better. I kind of enjoy having like a little tiny like table in front of me. I don't know, I did it once before for one of my last live streams here on this channel, and I really liked it, to be honest. I was quite pleased. Oh, that really was like the perfect amount of foundation for me. Like, I can still see that I have like some trouble areas, but it just looks like skin, you know? Like, I still got that skin tone evening effect, but if I did want to like get those extra areas, I can just add like straight up just the foundation to that spot or a little bit of concealer, and that's it. Like, it looks like skin. This is really, really nice. I like that combo a lot. And it doesn't feel like heavy or super greasy. Like I feel like it gave me just the nice amount of glow to the skin. So let's go ahead and take a little dollop more on my finger and just see how it plays. Literally the smallest amount ever. And that's like really is like all that I need. We're gonna be moving on to my concealer. I've been using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer for like a long time now. They just give you so much in here. It's way too much. Like it's gonna take me 3 years to get through this. Like who actually uses that much concealer is beyond me. I mean, if you do, no shade, but like it's a lot, girl, it's a lot. Anyway, I usually like putting it in these dots and then kind of blending it out a little bit. It helps illuminate the skin, so I always go a few shades lighter. And then just using this fluffy shadow brush, which works nicely. It's a concealer brush to help blend it out. I always pull it down the side right there as well. There, so just that amount helped to brighten up my under eye circles, which are always so prominent, and just overall brighten that area of my face, like the high points, which I really enjoy that style. For my blush, I'm going to be using the same one that I always use because I don't like anything else. It's the Innisfree my blusher in the shade 3, which I don't know if you can actually get. In my last video, I was trying to find it, and it's almost as if they discontinued that collection. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they have the exact same shade in a different collection, because Korean skincare brands do that all the time. Or not skincare brands, makeup brands do that all the time, but it is a little bit annoying. I would actually love to know from you guys, what are some Korean makeup brands that you are absolutely in love with these days? Because I feel like there are some interesting newer ones coming out on the market, and I just haven't had the time to keep up with the whole makeup industry. I would love to know what you guys are loving these days. For the contour, using my Rum and Better Than Shape, I think it's something like that, contouring powder in the shade Light. It's really like a nothing contour. Like it's so lightweight that it gives like a really gentle contour. So if you are noticing there isn't much of a difference, that's because that's what I'm going for. Like I don't want a heavy contour. I just kind of want a really believable natural looking shading to help kind of intensify specific areas. Nothing that's going to be like sculpting or edgy. Just really gentle, believable shading. It's almost as if I prefer going for that no makeup look, except with the eyes. The eyes, it's really obvious I wear makeup, but it's okay. Nose contour time. It's always the same as forever, so I just go up the sides of my nose, make a cross right after the ball of my nose, so like right there, I just cut it off, and then underside in that little divot there. I love defining that like indent by your cupid's bow right under the lip because it makes it look a little bit more full. And then I just take a little bit extra and I carve out my nostrils really gently, like a little to no effort style. It is pretty heavy, so I usually just go in with my fingers and just kind of like pat and smudge everything together so there's no harsh lines at all. Like I don't really use setting powder either. Like I only use setting powder if I feel like I put on a little too much skincare and it's feeling a little bit like oily looking, then I'll use a setting powder or a blotting paper. But today I'm actually really happy with the texture that my skincare and SPF and foundation turned out. Like it's dewy, it feels fresh, it doesn't feel heavy or oily, it's not crazy shiny. It's just really nice and natural looking. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Going ahead and taking my Sleek Makeup Cleopatra's Kiss contouring palette and mixing the two powder shades. One is a golden, one is a pinkish tone. On a fluffy brush, just applying that to the high point of my cheeks. Moving on to the eyes, I'm taking this really flat synthetic brush, and with the darker part of my contouring powder that I used on my whole face, I'm just going to create that aiguiselle look, but only half of it. So squinting my eyes a little bit to see where my natural crease is for my under eye bag, I'm only going to define the outer portion. So starting from the middle and pulling it out. I remember like a million years ago, like literally like 8 years ago when aegyosal was like new and super, super trendy. I remember trying to do it because I thought it was like the prettiest makeup look, and I didn't understand why it didn't look good on me. And then it was because, like, obviously, it was so obvious like a year later. It's because I already have natural like aegyosal. It's just like there's certain ways of application that make it look better or worse. And for me, it looks like it works if I only do it on the outer portion of my eye where I don't have like any aegyosal. You're wondering what aegyosal is. It's a old school but still used Korean makeup technique where you define the under eye bag area. It kind of makes it an enlarging effect for the eyes. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to be diving into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Burnt Orange, just a really nice kind of neutral warm brown shade, like very, very not heavy at all. Gentle colors for the daytime, like I don't like it to be too dark or too vibrant, and just with a medium fluffy shadow brush, patting that onto the eyelid and fanning it out in the same pattern that I always do. Always. Like, it's almost as if once you find the makeup style that works best with your face, you just can't dive away from it. I don't know. Talking to my friend briefly this morning in Australia, and she was finally able to get her second dose, which is exciting to see because I feel like Australia has been so far behind on the vaccination process. The fact that they're finally like getting around to doing second doses on people in my age group, it's really exciting because that gives a lot more hope that the world is going to start opening up even more, which means we can get back to traveling. I feel like I say this in all of my videos, but it's like it's been 2 years that we've been wanting to go to Japan, but the pandemic happened, and of course you can't travel in pandemic. So that was really like good news to hear that that was happening and moving forward. Taking the shade Sienna, which is right next to the lighter one that I used right there. It's more of a rusty color on a angled liner brush to the outer corner of my eye on the lower lash line in a slight winged out effect, and pulling it in towards the center of the eye but making it thinner as I go. This is like one of my new favorite styles to do. And then taking a little bit more, we're going to be doing the same thing but exactly in the placement of where I intend to put my eyeliner, and just kind of buffing it out, fanning it out, making it nice and soft. And then same thing on the inner corner, exactly where I intend to put my eyeliner. Speaking of the potential of the world perhaps opening up really, really soon, hopefully within the next year, I want to know from you guys, like, where is the first place you intend to travel to that has otherwise been closed off to travel during this whole time? Like, I know there's countries that have been somewhat partially open in certain seasons, like Greece, Italy, France, or not, maybe not France, maybe some of like the UK countries. Where else? Like Mexico, those kind of vacation destinations, the sunny destinations as well, have been like opened up with like some restrictions throughout this pandemic. But aside from that, like, is there anywhere else that you guys would love to go? Like for us, Korea is on the list, but like Japan takes the priority over that one. So even though like right now Korea is open again for tourism with a required 2-week hotel quarantine, like we could go, but it's hard to make such a decision because if we did want to go to Korea, you might as well go for the whole like 3-month tourist visa length that you're allowed to go, because like a 2-week mandatory quarantine is a lot. If you're planning to just do weeks of touring around, it just doesn't seem worth it. This is the One Size Cosmetics Eye Popper Shadow in the shade Pea House. I'm obsessed with it. It just adds the right amount of glimmer to my eyes. And it captures really nicely in the light, especially in like videos, like vlogs and photos. I just think it's really, really pretty. Going in with my favorite Japanese eyeliner. I pretty much only use Japanese liquid eyeliners. They're the best in my opinion. Like, I've tried using Western non-Japanese eyeliner brands and they're always so disappointing personally, I think. This is the Heroin Make Smooth Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Brown. I pretty much always use a brown eyeliner as well because it's just like the perfect intensity in my opinion. I don't know. And I'm creating like a really short, long wing. So it starts really light on my eyes, but it goes out and extends rather far. And it's more of a flat wing and not so much like the upwards wing, because I really don't like an upwards wing on me. I feel like it just doesn't really work with my eye shape. And then if I don't like how it turns out, I usually just take my fingernail and sharpen out that edge. I'm just going to curl my lashes. And using my all-time favorite Holy Grail mascara, I pretty much only use 2 mascaras, and this is one of them. It's the Majolica Lash King mascara. It's a heavy fibrous mascara that gives like a really soft, fluffy, wispy look to the lashes, and I always now pull it out in like a outwards motion. I don't pull it up, it's always outwards, and I feel like it gives a nice angled look to the lashes, like a kind of longer, wispier vibe to them. And then for the inner corner, I pull it inwards, so in the opposite direction. And then the same kind of idea with the lower lashes as well. The look is looking really dark on camera, or is it just me? It's really, I don't think it's that dark in person at all. For my eyebrows, I'm going to be using my Espoir Brow Shaper Brow Designing Kit in dark brown. It's discontinued, it doesn't exist anymore, but anyway, it's just a very like taupe neutral eyebrow kit, and taking the medium brown taupe shade, I'm just going to be focusing that on the outer parts and working it inwards, and then when I get to the inner part of my eyebrow, I'm going to switch over to the lighter shade. Some of you might be wondering, because I did get a lot of subscribers within the past year from my eyelash extension videos, and some of you may have noticed, if you're still watching, that I no longer am wearing my eyelash extensions and haven't been for quite a large number of months. And originally that started all when I moved out of my last apartment because it was just too busy and I didn't have the time to do my own DIY eyelash extensions. And then after that, we had like an in-between phase where we didn't have an apartment, so we were like 1 month pending like having apartment, so all of our stuff was like still packed up and I didn't have access to any of it. And then we moved in here and I tried doing my own eyelash extensions, but this apartment, you guys, is so dry, and I'm not too sure if I ever mentioned it in any of my eyelash extension videos, just how important it is to have an optimal indoor humidity level for applying your eyelash extensions. It's actually so important to maintain a humidity in the atmosphere in your home that you're doing your eyelash extensions in, of the range from like 42% humidity to like high 50s, like 56, something like that, like a really obscured number. And my apartment, I kid you not, until like mid-late summer was stuck at 20% humidity, and it was outrageous. It was as if no matter what I did, I couldn't get it up. Like I ran my humidifier, I boiled pots of water nonstop, like literally, I kid you not, all day. I boiled water in like 2 large pots, and it barely budged the humidity. Like maybe it would go up like 2 points or 2%, and that was it. And it's just been impossible. Like I tried doing them, but when your humidity is either too low of a percentage or too high of a percentage, it basically stops your glue from bonding to your eyelashes correctly, so they'll just fall off. And that kept happening to me. My lashes kept falling off, they kept falling off, and it was just so frustrating. Taking MAC's lip liner in Spice, this is my favorite. I'm just going to do my new favorite lip liner technique, which is applying it right in the middle of my Cupid's bow, outlining my lips, and also filling them in. And then I've been really into this new Korean lip lining technique where you extend your lip corner just a little bit, like literally by a few millimeters. And then you can either go in with a darker contouring shade or a dark eyeliner. I prefer the eyeliner as it lasts longer and it has more staying power. and you just go over that. It almost gives like a shading effect. And then with my finger, I just kind of blend it all softly. And there. Usually I put on a lip tint, but I ran out of my lip tint that I like, and I don't like any other lip tints that I own. So we're just gonna leave it at that for the lips today. Taking out my little bang curlers. I just trimmed my bangs earlier today because they were way too long. Like, it was, oh, now I think they're way too short. Well, such is life. Oh wait, no, they're just okay. They're just okay. Yeah, anyway, it just was impossible. Like, every time I tried to do my eyelash extensions, they kept falling off, and I was just like, it's not worth it. And then I honestly think this is because of how dry this apartment is, and like, it's horrible. I've also developed an extreme dry eye issue since moving here. That's been so bad. Like, I used to never use eye drops. Now I haven't bought this many eye drops in my life. I went to the eye doctor as well, and at one point I had like holes in my eyes, like microscopic holes in my eyes, and he's like, I don't know how that would happen. And I'm like, I don't know either. Like, I don't wear contacts because I wasn't going out in the winter. I wasn't wearing eyelash extensions, and what I think it was either how outrageously dry it is in this apartment, because I wake up in the middle of the night because my eyes hurt so bad because they're that dry that I have to put in eye drops. Insane, right? Or it's from all the construction around where I live, because like Toronto is a developing city, so there's construction everywhere and it's windy, so if you walk out you get blasted in the eyes with wind and sand and whatnot, and it's horrible. So even though this summer, like late midsummer, the humidity has been good in our apartment, I'm still suffering with that insane dry eye issue, and I'm having to put eye drops in like multiple times a day, and I just don't feel like that amount of eye drops plus eyelash extensions would blend well. I feel like it would just make them fall off extremely fast. It would degrade the glue and they would pop right off, and it's really not worth the effort at this point. So that is why I've stopped wearing eyelash extensions. It sucks because I really loved being able to wear them, and I was doing them for like a year on myself, but it's just this apartment has made it pretty much impossible, and then my dry eye condition has been a huge major deterrent as well. But yeah, you guys, that is this look. Thank you for joining me for this chatty get ready with me video. Remember, these get ready videos are not so much a tutorial, but it's more so like hang out and let's get ready for the day kind of thing. If you like these kind of videos, please let me know in the comment section down below so I know if I should keep bothering to make them. I don't want to make them if you guys don't enjoy watching them. So let me know with a thumbs up or in the comment section down below. I would super appreciate it. Remember, you can catch me on my Instagram. I'm uploading there every single day with stories and posts and reels. I'm also on TikTok doing TikToks as well, so you can catch me there. I'm most active on my Instagram, but I am active on my TikTok as well. You can catch me on Twitch every so often doing live streams if you ever want to hang out with me live and chat and hang out and be super casual. We usually do like 2 hours there, 3 hours there when I am live. It's super cozy and chill. Also, if you liked any of these skincare products that I did show you guys and put on, you can get them all. Actually, yeah, you can get all of them on my Korean skincare store. So I have my own skincare store that sells all my favorite Korean skincare and cosmetics here within Canada, the US, and internationally. So if that sounds like something that's your cup of tea, if you liked any of the products that I ever really use and feature on this channel, you can get them all there at glowatelier.com. Definitely check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe with that notification bell turned on, or else YouTube will not be so kind to show my videos to you guys. Literally, YouTube only recommends my videos to 3% of my subscribers. So if you don't have those notifications turned on, YouTube will decide you don't need to see it. It's fine, but it's not. It's really not fine. Don't let YouTube depict what you see. Anyway, I love you all so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.